All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol SPY. This is not a specific stock. This is actually an ETF based off of the S&P 500. And the S&P 500 also has an index, and it's right up here to the right, and that is the one that is valued at $3,041.31. There's some key correlations to this ETF and the SPX, which is the S&P 500 index. Whichever thing happens to this one, if it goes up, this one goes up. If this one goes down, this one goes down. But the most correlating thing is 304, 304. For the most part, the first three digits tend to correlate, and that lets you know that those are the ones that are reflecting each other, and they do have a close correlation. A lot of investors use these index or even this ETF, specifically in Robinhood. A lot of people use this ETF because you can't get access to the index, but you do get access to the SPY. So investors use these as a point of reference to know the direction most companies are going in, or overall out of the whole stock market, the largest 500, where are they going? So that's what the S&P 500 is, the largest 500 companies in America. And not necessarily all the largest, because there's some companies like Tesla is not in the S&P 500, but it's one of the largest companies of America right now, or one of the most traded and more highly valued. So there's some stocks that aren't in there that are important, or most people will consider, or investors actually will consider as important. But for the most part, this is the S&P 500, Fortune 500 companies of America, the blue chip stocks as they like to call them too. But what I wanted us to see here is the 50-day moving average and this chart. The bears took a toll on this one. Bulls tried to bring this one back, and the bears tore it down, and the bulls are trying again. I'm not sure what could be happening in the next couple of days or week, but if this trend continues up, down, up, and then down hard, and then up, down, up, the only thing I can imagine is, let's say this does go up, it's going to go down, it's going to go up. It'd be something like, I would say, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. I mean, I honestly don't know if this is even right or possible, but from what I'm just seeing just from last week, this did a really hard down. It did one up, it did a down, and we're seeing an up. If this correlation here is correct, or what we're seeing here that the chart is showing us from the past week, this up can mean the next possible down, or it can mean a little bit more up, and then there's going to be a down. And then when it hits down, it's going to go up, and then it's going to hit another down. And we're already seeing that here. It did it one, two. So it did it 2 times in 1 week. I'm not saying necessarily that's what's going to happen, and that's what this stock is going to do for the next, ETF is going to do for the next couple of weeks or days. But I find that interesting that that correlation happened twice. And now I did like a small drop, and then a small jump, and then now we don't even know what's going to happen on Monday. So there's some things we definitely want to keep a close eye on. First thing is the 50-day moving average. It's above the closing price. When a stock or ETF or any chart is showing the 50-day moving average above the stock, we're in bearish grounds. But it's a really close one. It's $2 away, because this stock closed out at 303.93 at the end of the day on Friday. So we're going to definitely have to see how this one plays out. But definitely write that down. 305.70 needs to be broken so that this can be a bullish chart. But before the bulls can get there, they have to break through this resistance level, which is where they got rejected before earlier in the afternoon, and that is 305 with 5 cents. Bulls have to break that one through, turn this into a support level, and break new areas of resistance. And the last thing is the support level. This is where the rally started, and the bulls started bringing this one back up, and that is 298 with 62 cents. That's something you definitely want to keep a close eye on, because the closer it gets to this and it's getting closer to breaking through it, the more possession the bears are having over this ETF. And also, wherever this goes is wherever the index is going, and wherever the index and this ETF trust is going, that is the direction where those 500 companies most likely are going. Not all of them, because it's an average of all of them, but it's correlation to most of them. So this is going to be a very interesting one to watch and see how it goes on Monday. And like I always say, if you learn something new, subscribe to my channel. If you like it, hit the like button and share this with your friends in your community. And thank you so much for watching.